Wilson in there. What's cracking? What's good? All right, I don't know if I'm looking in the right thing. It's funny because I record this on my iPad and I gotta look at the little lens over here. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's been sending me messages. They want more critique. This is what I got to say to Verzuz. Says that me and you should do a Verzuz. I don't care who's watching. We could do it on Driller. We could do it in the baby. My girl, I got a girlfriend. She understands. This is a thing that she. Wait, why do you Kehlani? Why you can't just go somewhere? Kehlani, where you come from? Kehlani, you light skin. That's that light skin privilege, Dukes. Come on, Dukes. You ain't even got the lips for all that. You know how Joe said she ain't got the hips for. You ain't got the lips for all that. You see, the scissor got the. See that bottom lip, son? Kehlani, you ain't got the lips for all that. I'm hate. But Scissor, you looking amazing. I love a chocolate black woman that got them features that's just, oh, God, baby. I'm listening to every one of your songs this week. I don't care. I watched the Verzuz this week. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Fat Joe. One thing I want to do is shout out to Fat Joe. I'm going to shout out to Fat Joe because Fat Joe been in this game since I was a kid. I'm 40-something years old. Fat Joe, I remember watching Video Music Box with Crazy Sam, and Fat Joe used to grab the screen. He used to be right in front of the screen. Yo, what's up? I'm Fat Joe. And he would just rap for like 5 minutes. I don't even know if he had a beat. This is 40-something. This is maybe 30 years ago. I don't remember. This is 30-something years ago. I don't remember if Fat Joe had a beat. I remember Fat Joe might be one of the figures in hip hop right now that was an originator and is still in the game right now in some way, shape, or form. I was talking to Mouse Jones last night. He was like, "Oh, Jay-Z was in the game too. Jay-Z was there for as longer than Fat Joe." I don't remember Jay-Z being in the game when Fat Joe was spitting on Video Music Box, and I'm talking about Crazy Sam, like. I'm talking about the TV with the big back, with the antenna, where you had to do like this with the antenna. This is different. This is different. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe been around through different genres of hip hop. I was a student of hip hop because I've been around. All of y'all that's 30 years old, you wasn't there. It's impossible for you to have certain conversations with me, Mouse Jones. It's impossible. Now, I respect your show. And it's impossible for me to have certain conversations with you as well because you got a lot of hip-hop knowledge that I don't pay attention to hip-hop like that. But what I was listening to when I was a kid, Fat Joe was there. Ja Rule. I like Ja Rule. I think Ja Rule is a staple in hip-hop culture. You could tell when somebody's going to say but, right? But. I don't believe Ja Rule. I don't. Man, bro. That shit, like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, bro, if you don't go get somewhere, get the out of, get man, bro. The energy in music, I respect it. I like it in music. I like it in music. But, man, get the fuck out of here. That's just how it's just funny to me. Like, watching him, I just be like, because I'm from outside. Anybody like that, we pack you, get out of here. I'm sorry. That's just, it's funny to me. It's comical to me to watch Ja Rule perform. What happened with Murder Inc. and 50, first of all, Ja Rule had a good time with music. I personally can't respect, and this is not about the music. The music was dope. I personally cannot respect artists that need somebody else on every song to make it a hit. That's not you're like a good sidekick. You're like ketchup. I can't take ketchup and just eat. You know what I mean? It needs a burger. It needs a hot dog. You know what I'm saying? You're ketchup. And that I can't really respect that as an artist. You needed Ashanti, Vita, Little Mo. Hov was on 4 or 5 songs. J-Lo, Fat Joe. Everybody you needed to make music. I like the music, but I can't take you seriously as a. And what's up with you and Tupac, homie? What's up with you and Tupac? Like, what's going on, homie? Like, does he know you? Does Tupac know Ja Rule? I don't think Tupac knows Ja Rule. Like, Thug Life, what's up with you and Tupac, fam? I've never seen y'all in the picture together. I don't know what's going on. All I know is Tupac passed, and the next thing I know, here you come. I'm Tupac. I'm Tupac. You're not Tupac. You take that do-rag off, the bandana. Do you have a Thug Life tattoo, Ja Rule? Do you have a Thug Life tattoo, Ja Rule? How am I supposed to take this person seriously? How am I supposed to take him seriously? I don't know what to do with this. Like, I'm from outside. I'm old now, but I'm still like, because he's, get the fuck out of here. I don't know how to take Ja Rule seriously. Fat Joe, I never knew you did this. Like, I thought Fat Joe might have had some medical issues in his life, because I know he had diabetes and things like that. He was trying to get away from the diabetes thing. I was telling Mouse while we was watching the Verzuz, I was like, has he always done that with his mouth? Like, did he have a stroke or something? Because I don't remember this thing where he does. It looks like he's like a sly cat. Like, I don't remember that. But I will say, Fat Joe created his own lane, regardless of whether it was Big Pun, Remy Ma, Terror Squad, Cuban Link, before they beat him up and cut his face, or whatever the hell happened to Cuban Link. Fat Joe stayed relevant, always make hard hits. He, to me, was the underdog. To me, I think Ja Rule probably pulled it off. I'm not sure. But I gotta respect Fat Joe because he created his own lane, and I'm gonna always go for that. I'm always gonna go up for that. Over somebody that just meat rided everybody else, had to put them on the songs, and come here, Ashanti, come here, J-Lo, come here, please help me. You played 5 Hov songs. You played 5 songs. You DMX, you Tupac, you did Hov. Who are you? Who is he? I don't know who he is. I'm sorry, I don't know who. Superhead knows who he is. I remember reading Superhead book. She was like, every time he nut, he goes, oh, like, yo, man, bro, if you don't get out of here. Yo, if he don't get out of here, Ja Rule, you are a staple, a legend in hip hop. I love you, bro. But I'm gonna have my jokes on you. You know what I mean? Tax did you he was arguing on the show before Everyday Culture. He had Tax, my man Tax, on the show. And he was like, yo, I was killing 50 with the da-da-da-da-da. Tax said, not really. Ja was like, speaking of 50, shout out to Michael K. Williams that passed away. I don't know if y'all understand who he was. Y'all might know who he is as Omar, but he was big in the community. We need our leaders. And we need to pay respect to men, not just males, not N-words. You know what I'm saying? It's YouTube. Y'all know what I'm saying. Men that take responsibility for their community, that don't get somewhere and forget to look back, that don't bring nobody with them, that forget to support, that become so full of themselves that they ain't got time for so much. Everybody else's stresses. That's not who this man was. He was a man. The fact that we lost him, the black community, the inner community, the people who actually are pillars in the community, We felt that loss. Then we have the opposite of those type of men. We have the 50 Cents. Do I love 50 Cent? I love moments in time of 50 Cent. He represented something that was real to the hood in me. I remember 2001, I believe, when Get Rich or Die Trying came out. I remember before that, I remember seeing 50 in Justin's. We used to have Justin's. That was Puffy's restaurant, but they used to do like these little speakeasy, hip hop speakeasies in Justin's. 50 used to come in this before he got shot, and 50 had the energy. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when your life's on the line and murder, I don't believe you. And they say that 50 felt the way that they didn't accept him or whatever. I don't know the real story. I wasn't there. I can't comment on that. But what I will say is he's held this grudge. And shoot me 9 times, I'm going to hold a grudge too. But you're mega rich now. And what you did when you came into the game was suck New York hip hop dry. You attacked every legend. I don't know what you've added to the game. I know what you've taken for yourself. I know you've built this thing for yourself, you know, and you're like a pest. You're the most famous pest in hip hop history. I don't know how you like that being your claim to fame. I love certain energies of yours. I love your entrepreneurial and I love your intelligence. But I don't know how much I love being in 2021 that you can still be the same pest with all that money. Like, have you not heard of therapy? Have you not said to yourself, yo, I want to get past certain stuff because if I don't want to get past it because it fuels me and it fuels my desire, my drive, and this, that, and the other. But bro, you're still breaking relationships left and right. Why would you have something to say the day Michael K. Williams died about your show? Why would you even think that that's cute or cool? Why are we still holding on to beefs with Murder Inc.? Like, I get that this is a lot realer. I get the Supreme thing. I get the involvement with family and they shot you. So, you know what I mean? You had to do what you had to do. But as far as I'm concerned, I knew Hamo. You real ones understand certain things. So, I don't understand how 20 years later we're still talking this nonsense when this Verzuz thing is about shifting the culture. This Verzuz thing is about collaborations. This Verzuz thing is about kind of changing what hip hop has stood for so long. The violence and all of that has now changed into camaraderie. The beef, the core of hip hop beefing, making it positive, and you're still the same guy. I'm disappointed in you, 50. I'm disappointed in 50. Only because I believe that we got so much opportunity. Like, if you look at the history of black people, what we've done over the course of the last 100 years is not the end all be all. We have more work to do, and we can do it. We have the tools now to do it, and we need our leaders to be leaders. So if you're still, every time you get somewhere, you're still taking shots at people and taking them off their mantle, and you're still living like that, then we don't really need you. Where we're going, we need our leaders. And we don't need somebody that thrives off pestilence and ignorance in the forefront, messing up where the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And you seem to be one of the weaker links in the hip hop boom. Right now, of course, we don't look at hip hop, artists as the leaders, right? The leaders, but you're up there because you're always going to need finance and you're always going to need relationships. And he's a relationship killer. So if we're forming this unit of people that's saying we're going to change the tide, then we need powerful men. And you have been behaving like a hurt little boy for far too long. My friend, you can send all them niggas over here. And look, I'm not even nowhere near. I don't go to the gym as much as y'all. That's not going to change nothing. We need men, bro. You feel me? And you've been acting like this for too long. What's the example? What are you proving at this point? Yeah, laugh, joke, do all this shit you want to do. Shit kind of don't mean nothing no more if we look at the last 100 years and you just the guy that killed, that hurts people and just as people. You don't have no positive relationships from G Unit. You don't have no positive relations. Like you dissing your own actors on Power. You did diss every single hip hop head in New York coming out, and you've stayed with your foot on, you know, just being a pest to anybody that's coming out just continuously. Anybody else that has a black show, you want to pit yours against them and talk down on them so that you could build yours up. You're a pest, and you're unnecessary. You're valuable, but you're using your power for this. Like, who you trying to get back at now, bro? Is what I look at. Like when you talk about Michael K. Williams. Who you trying to get back? Like you and your Murder Inc. thing, whatever y'all got going, man, I wish y'all just, I don't even care because I don't understand Ja Rule neither. I don't understand neither. I'm not a Ja Rule, like, I don't get it, right? But I don't get at what point do you decide enough is enough. I'm looking at the internet today. So I was scrolling through, you know what I mean? I was scrolling through a bunch of stuff and just seeing stuff. First of all, Erica Mena, whatever you did after that, baby. Whatever you did after that, baby, you need to just, why are you still mad as far? Ain't nothing to be mad at. Like, come on. All this beefing y'all doing on the internet, stop that. Stop that. All this beefing y'all doing on the internet. Come on, cut it out. Fat Joe, you marred the appearance you had on the Verzuz. Fat Joe, you marred it. But I do want to say one thing. You said some things about
Hey yo, you had to bring Remy to save you. This is pathetic.
You got all the mother dusty
Yo,
back there, John.
Let's go. Hold on.
Let's not go back.
Hey, yo, check this out. Hey, yo, Crack. The fact that Remy had to come out to save you, I'm going to keep that between me and you. Let's go.
All right. Fat Joe proceeded to call him Dusty, bitch, you know, and Crack, this and that, or whatever. I think it's unnecessary, but that's this generation. This generation. You know what I mean? Hold on. Hello, Ash, I'm recording the video. I'm going to call you right back. Are you going to be ready for today's thing? Yeah. We're recording at 6. But I'm going to call you as soon as I'm finished. I'll call you back in like 10 minutes. All right. When you're battling, we're talking about battling. We're talking about battling. This day and age, you can't say nothing. Because everything is, oh my God, that. Babe, bro, we're talking about battling, right? Now, should he have disrespected 2 black women in the process? Of course not. We are talking about battling, though. This is the nature of battling. If y'all watch battle rap, that's just what it is. They go at each other. They call each other moms and throw Frank stands and all kind of wild. They do that. I think he was wrong for doing it, though. But I also understand the nature of battling in hip hop. That's just where he comes from. The energy is real. When I'm outside playing basketball, if I'm playing basketball, I don't know if y'all ever played ball. Babe, bro, I'm hitting, I'm wilding, all that. Just trying to get this ball in the rim. This is my man, though. This is my man. If you over there, you going like, yo, they gonna fight. But this is my man. But that's how we play. That's the rap battle thing. It's just crazy. He should not have said it, though. I'm not going to justify what he's saying. What he said, of course he shouldn't have said it. You know what I'm saying? Vito always was that skinny. That ain't crack. But that Lil Mo, you know, listen. I'm not saying she looked crazy. I'm just saying she better not walk up to me on the corner while I got a bomb on me, because I'm like, how much you want? I'm just playing. I'm playing. I'm joking. I think that Fat Joe, I think you for who you are in the game, at some point you got to know when to put childish things aside. You are a legend. And why did you need that on your resume? You just didn't need it. You didn't need to keep it real like that. You didn't need to wear army fatigue suits and Timbs like that. You are Fat Joe. You didn't need to do that. At some point, we got to know who we are. You know what I mean? I thought that you was out. I thought that was unnecessary for you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of these dudes in the rap battles in there, but for you, it was unnecessary. You ain't had to go there. Especially right now, what we're doing with black women. You got to know the room, read the room. It's unnecessary. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that you messed up an opportunity. I was proud of Fat Joe for coming back and apologizing. I was proud of Fat Joe for apologizing immediately, for apologizing that night, for apologizing on the internet, for taking Little Mo had something to say about it. What did she say? Little Mo said, I need everyone to tell Fat Joe he owes a genuine apology. I don't live in a crack house. I'm not a nor am I dusty. Street code, women and children is off limits. Disappointed, legend. Bye, bye, bye. Fat Joe responds, I'm super sorry. I love you and Vita. I said sorry to your face before I left the building and the Vita. I was caught in the moment and I'm super sorry. God bless. I believe him. I believe he was caught in the moment. I believe that was more about Ja Rule. I believe it was more about them going back and forth. And sometimes people get caught up in the moment. I do believe he's above that and he shouldn't have went there. But Little Mo is a mom, so I understand. I understand her wanting, right? Her accolades. So I'm not really gonna say nothing to that. What I will say is to Remy Ma, I love me some Remy Ma, bro. Cause I'm from the hood, bro. And although she ain't really had nothing to do with nothing, she got respect for her brother. And you ain't just gonna come step into my brother. I'm gonna talk to you. We could talk. I respect that. I know y'all not gonna like that. I know y'all not gonna like it. I ain't here for y'all to like me. Come here, Wilson. I'm not here for y'all to like me. I'm here to tell you how I feel. I like that Remy stood up for Fat Joe. She said, stop it, Mo. You know damn well Joe ain't on it like that. First of all, you, Vita, Ashanti, nobody had even come out yet. When him and Ja was going back and forth, we didn't know who was in the back. Second, I was in the car when you walked through the parking lot. He hugged you, showed mad love as usual. No need for your followers to tell him anything. As someone that personally knows you, I'm sorry you was offended. You can call my phone. Matter of fact, I'm going to DM you my number in case you don't have it anymore. But also, as someone that personally knows Joe, he was not intentionally trying to hurt no one. It was a battle between friends that are like family. Sidebar, street code, don't do social media. I ain't going to hold you. I like it. I like when a woman says, hold on, he can't talk to you a certain way. He apologized to you. You doing a lot for the social media and all that. If street code, you could have talked to us over here. We could have figured that out. He just bought these 2 Birkin bags. He might have bought you one. But you want to come in here and get your little followers up and all that. Hey, I'm not saying I agree with her. I'm saying I understand the energy. I'm saying I understand the energy. That's what I'm saying. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I understand the energy and I like it. I like the fact that she knows where she came from. She holding her homie down. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't just gonna back him into a corner, this, that, and the other. I still think Joe is wrong. I like Remy's energy. Y'all might not like it. Yo, Remy, you ain't had nothing to do with it. Why Remy always come? You ain't got no more time to do no time. Go worry about your kid. Where's Papoose? Come get your wife. I heard it. I heard you. I like it. Now my girl asked me, said, yo, if I, we was talking about relationship terms, my girl said to me, she said, are you the type, how would you like it if a girl disrespects you? You want me to, I said, nah, you ain't never got to do that. Because if I get myself into something, most likely I deserve it. If she got something to say to me, I'm going to calm it down and we're going to go about our business. You got 2 kids. I'm not going to have you out here fighting for me and all that. That's just not the type of I am. I'm just not that. That's not who I am no more. You know what I mean? So, nah, you ain't got to come running to my defense. If my mouth got me into something, I'm gonna hold it down. Now, if a chick go on swing on me, you beat the brakes off her. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pull you away when you're safe, but beat the brakes off her. Because I can't touch her. And we got that, you know what I'm saying? So ladies, just understand that. My girl keep sneakers around. I don't really want her fighting. Just don't put your hands on me because I ain't got nothing to do with it. I like how Remy kept it. You know what I mean? Here little Mo come. Who is you to tell me how to feel? Mind your business. Fuck out here. Yo, we was just keeping it peaceful. Now we beefing about an apology? Now we beefing it up and we doing this in shade room comments? Come on, man. Come on, man. Nelly and Ashanti just got back together, man. Where's the love, man? This is unnecessary.
Roommates.
Hey, shut up, Barack. Barack come talking some shit about roommates. Shut up. Ashanti was looking good as hell last night. Ashanti was looking good. Ashanti was looking, she had that good. I know Nelly was over there like, damn! Ashanti, I want to know what is wrong with that vagina. She looks too good. How is she still this single? I don't understand. She looks good. I know Nelly was over there like, I can't even dance, bro. You know, Nelly was he was dancing at his Verzuz. Nelly was over there like this, stressed. One of these niggas in here gonna try to fuck my bitch lad tonight, bro. He had to walk over there, say something to her. I thought, yo, this Nelly came out, then Ashanti came out. I said, yo, they fucking, bro. Because who'd have thought? Like, did they plan it? Because you know they be planning the playlist. Nelly come out, here come Ashanti. I said, they fucking. They must be fucking. I was happy for him. Way more happy than I am for Kehlani and SZA. Way more happy. Okay? But Ashanti did her thing. I kind of feel like she was holding back for Ja, and she gave it up for Joe. I don't know. You know, I know Ashanti got that energy with Irv. Maybe it wasn't like that. Maybe she seen Irv. It was just like, I'm rooting for the other team. I don't know. But it seemed to me that Ashanti, when she did that, she was like, with Ja. But with Joe, she was like, I'm home. She was blowing. I don't know. I'm going to mind my business. I came here for something else, though. Shout out to Ashanti. Shout out to Vita. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Little Mo. Remy Ma. Daja loved your outfit. I thought you looked like a cheetah. Pat, don't do that. She looked like babe, bro. She looked like a swimming pool. A cheetah swimming pool. I don't know. But don't do that. She looked real good. Her body fire. I would have never, growing up, looking at Remy Ma, she would have never made my, listen, she looking good, Pat. Don't do that. It's just jokes. Relax. You my man. Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn. She looked good. She looked a little slippery in that outfit. That's all I'm saying. No disrespect. Don't do that. But I came here to talk about something else. T.I., where you at, bruh? Shout out to the Verzuz, Swiss and all them. Y'all doing y'all thing. We're going to talk about something different right now before I record one of my podcasts. Hard to soft. I'm about to record my podcast. Come here. Barack, chill out. I'm scrolling through the internet today. Here I see T.I. What is this?
So, when it get down to the Verzuz conversation about, Puff and JD or me and 50 and
You and
it
50.
hit different, bro. It's like, oh, okay, what you think? Oh, you think you can't? What, bro? What's up? What you trying to say? What you trying to say, bro? Just 'cause you from New York, you saying just 'cause you from New York? Like, bro, come on, man. We all getting money. We all having, you know what I mean? Everybody done did they and that is, and for one, we can't ever.
What the f is you talking about? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. First of all, T.I., you are a legend. And sometimes, the one thing that I don't like about the verses, sometimes, not all the time, so this is no disrespect to verses, is that some classics need to stay in classics' place. I don't need them up against another classic so I can devalue it. I don't need you speaking on now because it devalues who you are. You are a legend. Shut up! Sometimes. You're doing enough. Why you keep going outside in your robe? You don't have no other clothes. You don't have outside clothes. You keep going outside in your robe, walking around, your wife calling you, talk about you going to get in trouble. She don't even get let you outside. And every time you go outside, you say some stupid shit. Every time Tiny lets T.I. out the house, he says something stupid. Atlanta. Y'all been running the game for 20 years. 20 years, you have it, you own it, it's yours. You've had it longer than the East Coast ever had it. You have it longer than the West Coast ever had it. It's yours. The game is yours. Why are we talking about just because he's from New York? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? The game is yours. You've had it longer than anybody's ever had it. Maybe comparable to New York, right? Because guess we started in the 80s and around 2001, 2, 3, 4, something like that, it started shifting, right? But in between then and between the 80s and 2000, don't forget, it went to the West Coast. We had to get it back. The East Coast had to snatch it back from who? Dr. Dre. Ice Cube. Mac 10. Snoop Dogg. E40. Corrupt. Dog Pound. There's a million of them. Ice-T even. And Coco's Teddy. The East Coast had it. The West Coast had it. The East Coast took it back. And Atlanta came and just stomped all of that out. Come here, it's ours. And y'all been throwing it back and forth for mad long. Here, it's yours. No, it's mine. Here's yours. Here's mine. You got Goody Mob. You got Outkast. You got everybody and their mama. And I remember when the shift happened, we stopped making music because of 50. And we started listening to Atlanta music. And now the game is the game. I didn't even know that I could have sex with more than one woman until I visited Atlanta. Went to Atlanta, put on one of them hats, them top hats, and the next thing I know, I was walking through the crowd like that. Ain't nobody go past me. I'm just so fresh, so clean. Fresh and so clean. And I brought it back to New York. T.I., stop talking that New York, because this is why you're wrong right now. You also wrong because how dare you? Diddy and JD have gone back and forth for years. I used to live in Atlanta. They used to do New York versus Atlanta parties where Diddy would be on one side of the room, JD on the other side of the room, and they going back and forth with music. Back and forth with music at DJs. This not new, bro. Diddy got mad respect for JD. Son, they used to throw parties together. You know that. You know that. Unless you was on one of your jail binges when you was buying 92 guns and telling whoever you did to get out of that. Maybe that was around that time. Homie. You a legend. Shut up sometimes. You keep going outside in your robe, man. Go in the house. Swimming some money. You got a dungeon, sex dungeon downstairs. Go downstairs. Why the hell you outside with us? The relationships and what Verzuz is doing in hip hop is bigger than rap, bro. There's a whole mission here. You saw Jeezy and Gucci. There's a reason why they did Jeezy and Gucci. Because I felt Jeezy could have been with you. That could have been something. But would it have stood for as much as the Jeezy and Gucci thing? That meant something. The people who put that together was thinking forward. We talking about Puff, what he's saying. Bro, people died, bro, behind Puff and what Dre represents. People died. The culture shifted horribly. Ja Rule became the new Tupac. What Puff is trying to say is that there is a deeper thing here. It's bigger than hits. These are icons that it means something. He's already done the JD thing, and if you connect it to the game, you've seen it over and over again. This is always, they're brothers. It's fine. It's nothing. But Dre and Puff matters. It means something that's bigger than rap. We're talking about Pac and Big. We're talking about East Coast, West Coast. We're talking about a shift of the culture. This is what we're watching. This is all part of something bigger than us. And we don't need you coming in here talking about, oh, it's because you're from New York. What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What are you talking about? Don't do that. Go downstairs. You're too smart. And you got too much money, and sometimes I feel like you be bored. And you know what they say about idle time, T.I.? You're out here making another ATL. Nobody asked you for that. I'm mad at you for that, too. Lauren London looks amazing, and I'm glad you got her, feeling herself and shit like that again. Not that she never wasn't, but she does look amazing. I'm glad she's outside. God bless. You know what I mean? God bless, homie. Because we should not have lost him like that, bro. The thought of that, we should not have lost him like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just messed up, man. But God bless, you know what I mean? But you should, that ATL move, I don't know what you're doing. I hope it's good. It better be good. But sometimes we need classics to stay in the classics place. And you need to go sit down over there and relax. You're out here challenging 50. And I ain't mad at that because you got hits upon hits upon hits. And so do he. So if that's how y'all going to play it, I don't know. I don't really see the cultural relevance in you going against 50. But if y'all choose that, because I didn't understand the 2 Chainz and Rick Ross thing either. I thought that they could have made a better move with that. You know what I'm saying? But who the hell am I? I just pick up garbage and make YouTube videos every once in a while. I don't even do it every day. So this is what y'all do. Y'all figure all that out. But T.I., I think you out of line. I think the Puff and the Dr. Dre thing is perfect for what Verzuz stands for. You know what I mean? I think it's perfect for what Verzuz stands for. There's bigger things here, and we don't need instigators. That might be why you and 50 might be a good thing. 2 instigators. You all in the news. He always in the news. Y'all always. Maybe that's just what it is. 2 pests. And I'm your size. I might not be 50 size, but I'm your size. So we'll play around. Anyway, it's about 40 minutes. I know y'all like, yo, is he gonna ever stop talking? Listen, I enjoy talking to y'all. It's hot. I want to turn the AC back on. I'm sweating. Got Orlando outside. He want to record, talk about, says we're doing the Hardest Soft live show soon. Go to Eventbrite, So Hard Live on Eventbrite. You can check us out live. Yo, T.I., don't show. Yo, come on in if you want. Bro, these things work. They work. So relax. That's all I'm going to say. Relax. 50, don't show up. We do not want you in there. You're going to start your nonsense. You're coming in here with Tony Yayo and all that. He the only one you got left. I don't want no smoke. Scissor, you're welcome in the front row. You have a seat in the front row. It's waiting for you. Have your name on it. I will jump off the stage and sit next to you. Record the show from right there. Thank y'all for paying attention. 1.